guys, Eataway here, and welcome back to another episode of the Team of the Year Market Update series. A lot's happened since the last episode a couple of days ago. EA have released the voting for Team of the Year and also the start date for the promo, and that's going to be on Monday. So you guys have around 2.5 days until the promo starts, so still plenty of time to potentially sell some players, all that kind of stuff which we'll be talking about throughout this video. It's also a bit weird, I've not seen anyone else do any proper insightful Team of the Year videos as of yet. Even though Team of the Year is coming up right around the corner, no kind of trading videos at all. I've seen a few that have been 15 minutes long and haven't really answered any questions until they get 10 minutes into them and then don't really answer the questions anyway. Not mentioning any names, but we're going to get straight on into this right here. So, of course, we've got the Team of the Week players right here, some of those meta kind of players there. We've got the meta gold cards down on the bench, then we've got icons with both the popular ones and the baby icons down here as well. So, going to be taking a look at all these prices. Don't expect the gold cards to change massively in price. We have actually seen a little bit of a dip in price on Ronaldo. I believe he was about 2.1 million and he's now dropped down to, as you can see here, 2 million or so. So these cards have dropped since the announcement of voting, and now that people actually know Team of the Year is just around the corner, but I don't expect much more of a dip in price. There are a few just going below the 2 million mark. I said he could drop down about this low in the real kind of build up to Team of the Year. Now is going to be one of the lowest points on the market. I think it's anywhere from now up until Monday, which is when Team of the Year starts. That's when we're going to see the lowest points. The first day of Team of the Year is when there's so much panic selling on the market. Everyone is instantly selling players that they have in their club if they haven't prepared for Team of the Year. As soon as they see that packs are released, anything like that, so around 6, 7, 8 PM UK time on Monday when Team of the Year first starts, we could see a lot of panic selling, and that could be the lowest point of the lows. But even right now, it's a very low point for a lot of these high-end cards. So Ronaldo, he's dropped by about 100k since the last video. Messi's gone from 840 to 800k. Messi's taken a big hit as well. I said that prices would drop when the announcement for Team of the Year started from EA with the voting and everything. That's what's happened. I don't think they're going to drop down massively more. They took that big hit then. That's when a lot of panic selling occurred. But already we're seeing Messi hitting 800k, Ronaldo hitting 2 million. Neymar was he was about 580k or so. Look at that. He's dropped down to about 520 or so now, possibly even lower. I said he could maybe reach 500 at his lowest point, and I think that could potentially happen. We of course have weekend league sell-off that's going to be coming fairly soon. That's going to be around Monday, Sunday time. I personally think that Monday is going to be the best time to buy any players you're looking to invest in. I will make sure I upload one of these videos tomorrow and on Sunday as well, because now we're really getting to the business end of Team of the Year with the market. So right now, about 520, maybe 515 is what you're looking at for Neymar. But I'm thinking Monday could be the best time to buy your players, with the weekend league sell-off coinciding, of course, with Team of the Year starting. Sergio Ramos is another one who we looked at last time. He's now going for about 200k. I'm very glad I sold him. I picked him up for about 230 ages ago, played about 100 games for him, sold him for pretty much what I bought him for, and now he's dropped a lot. So he's near, is he 200k or is he just above? Is he 210 or so? I think he's around 210,000 coins, just above 200, but he'll probably reach around 200,000 coins, maybe even lower with weekend league sell-off. Fabinho, we talked about last time. I said he's one of those players who was previously very meta at the beginning of the game, but now is just gradually kind of fading out of use and popularity because we have so many better options on the game and people have more coins available. So Fabinho is another one that's just gradually dropping there. Van Dijk was about 160, 170 last time we checked. He's not dropped down too much, but he's still dropped down a little bit. It's especially with those really high-end players, the ones that are shoo-ins for Team of the Year like Messi or Ronaldo, that we've seen that bigger dip in price. But we also now have a decent idea of who's actually going to be in Team of the Year, which makes for some really interesting investments. So I'll be doing a video on those probably tomorrow. Players that link to players who are likely to get into Team of the Year are going to be some very interesting investments. So for example, Mbappe, everyone's including him in their votes, and he's a player where if you want to fit him into a team, there is a select few players you need to use to do so. Someone like Lala, for example, or Meunier is a very good option you could go with. Maybe someone like Neymar, for example. So they're going to be some interesting investments, and they're players that I really think can rise. So we'll be talking about that in a bit as well. I think these big icons have taken a little bit of a dip. I mean, there's a Cruyff here for 4 million. So that's quite low. Previously he was going for about 4.2, 4.3 in the last episode. Can't exactly remember what Hullet was going for, but I believe there were a few over 6, and now there aren't any there. We've got Vieira, who I think he's taken a bit of a hit as well. Haven't been monitoring his price too closely, but I imagine he will have dropped down because of course, Kante being a very, very strong candidate in Team of the Year. He's in pretty much everyone's picks. This is a massive hit here. Stoichkov's gone from, I think he was 790, like 800k, all the way down to the lower echelons of 700,000 coins. And then Gattuso, this is a good kind of indicator of the lowest prices of icons on the market. It was around 600k last time. He's taken a little bit of a drop, just a tiny drop. There's one below 600k this time. I mean, it's not really that much to take into account there, but still, he has dropped a tiny amount, and I think that is reflected across all the baby icons there. Now going for maybe like 10k lower than what they would on average, so around 600k or below. Now these are the interesting cards. We've seen the gold cards drop down, and I think that they'll probably kind of, like with these meta ones there, they'll hit their lowest price around Monday. Weekend League sell-off and Team of the Year, it just makes sense. But looking at someone like Szczesny, for example, I believe he's dropped by around 5k since the last video. He was over 50k on average last time, so he's dropped down a bit. And we're going to see a lot of these meta gold cards, or meta inform gold cards rather, drop down a lot. I mean, Hernandez has taken a big hit as well. He was about 150. He's now going for probably like 125 as the lowest price, I imagine. About 130 you guys can see here as well. I think these types of cards could be some really nice investments. Same with some of the gold cards who link into, not necessarily just gold cards, but also special cards that link into players who could get into Team of the Year. And also something else that's quite interesting is that we're unlikely to have a full defence with 2 fullbacks and a centre-back. It's looking like, I've been looking at a lot of the votes, looks like we're going to get a Van Dijk, Ramos, Varane and Marcelo. So we're not going to have a right back, so I think that means that Lala is going to be an insane investment. I think his price is just going to rocket up because he's going to remain the best right back on the game. And I'm pretty sure Mbappe is the winning player currently in his position. As the third and final forward after Messi and Ronaldo. I think Salah's also in contention, but I think Mbappe is currently edging it. So he's going to be an amazing player to link into him, and he's also going to still be the best right back on the game. Maybe if we had like a Team of the Year Walker, then people who use Lala, some of them would sell them if they could afford the Walker, and this card would become less used. But he's going to remain very, very popular, and he's also going to just shoot up in price because of that link into Mbappe. So I think Lala is a player who I just can see rocketing up really, and a good time to buy him is going to be after the Weekend League because he's an insanely popular player in Weekend League teams. I use him myself. He's a very, very good card. So he could drop down to maybe like 140, 150k on Monday morning, Sunday evening, that kind of time there. Just look at the market and kind of monitor those prices. There's already one there for 157, you can see 158. You could probably snipe him now for like 150, but I could see him going down maybe like 140k or so. And at that price, definitely pull the trigger, I'd say, because by the look of it, we're not going to get a right back in Team of the Year, and he's going to link into Mbappe, be very, very good. So you could also link him into Varane too. Just a really, really good investment there. He's a player who I think will rock up. Cards like Mbappe himself, his inform for example here, or just his regular gold card. The gold versions of players who are in Team of the Year are going to take a big hit when their official cards are announced and people who have these cards sell them. But I think they're just going to recover afterwards because they're so good, they're such popular meta cards. People who can't afford the Team of the Year will still use these cards, and not many people will be able to afford something like Team of the Year Mbappe. He'll probably be about 2 million coins. So cards like this, they're going to recover, that's for sure, because they're so popular and so many people use them. I think Hulk's taken about a 10k hit since the last episode of this series. Kante's dropping down a bit. Same with like Inform Pogba. A lot of those higher end informs are starting to drop down just because there's so much hype now. Suddenly, out of nowhere, no one was really thinking of Team of the Year, but then EA released the whole voting process, and now a lot of these high-end cards are all dropping down in price. Ben Yedder was like 130 or so last time. He's now dropped below 120, I imagine. There's a lot for 120, like bang on. So there'll probably be ones for, I'd say, about 115 as the lowest point. He could easily hit 100 to 105 maybe tomorrow. Someone like Aubameyang as well. He's also dropped. He was over 500 last time, and now there's a couple. Wait, that one is so cheap. That's probably already been bought. Yeah, it has. There was one there very, very cheap. I would have picked that up if that hadn't already been bought. But yeah, those are some of the other cards. Alexandra we didn't take a look at. I could see him definitely rising up as well afterwards. He's taken a big hit because he was packed so much in those guaranteed Team of the Week SBCs. He took a really big hit in price and dropped down. So right now, like, his price is pretty low, but I could see him rising up again because Alex Sandro is going to be the only Team of the Year fullback, I imagine, anyway. So he'll be extortionately expensive. He'll be over 1 million coins or so, and a lot of people won't be able to afford him. And also, he has high-low work rates. So Alex Sandro is potentially going to be the go-to option at left back, despite there being a Team of the Year Marcelo. But the fact that Team of the Year Marcelo comes out will mean this card drops down in price, but he'll then definitely recover afterwards. And the fact that you can link him to brilliant players like Chiellini, Benatia, Cristiano Ronaldo, Douglas Costa, those types of players there, means his price can definitely rise again. So these are the cards we've looked through. You guys have seen the main trend with the gold cards, them dropping down in price since the announcement of Team of the Year. Good time to buy them is going to be between now and Monday. My personal kind of buying window that I'm looking at is Sunday evening and Monday morning, because that's when we're going to have weekend league sell off, and also the hype for Team of the Year is really going to be peaking. These icons have all dropped down as well, as you would expect, and some of these higher end ones will probably keep dropping down when the Team of the Year cards are released, because there are going to be better options for people to move to, and they will also drop down with the weekend league sell off too, with people wanting to clear up maybe like 4 million coins by selling a card like this that they can then move on to get a Team of the Year player with, or open packs. And then all these informs here, these are going to be really good investments. They're also dropping down a lot. I think some of the best investments to make during Team of the Year are going to be players from this Team of the Week and the previous Team of the Week. Probably more so the previous Team of the Week, because the ones from this Team of the Week will get packed so much that their prices aren't going to recover that much because of the massive supply. But last week they were already very underpriced because they were packed a lot from the Team of the Week packs. They then rose up. With this Team of the Year now coming out, people are going to be panic selling all those types of cards. They're going to drop down again. So we're talking the likes of Lala, Alex Sandro, Pogba, Son, those types of players. They're going to then rise up again and recover after Team of the Year in the next few weeks. Because we have seen, if you looked at the last episode, there's typically a rise of about generally like 10 to 20% of player prices in the 2 or 3 weeks after Team of the Year, and then they gradually start dropping down again when we have the winter ones to watch promo. But there we go, a lot of information to cover in today's video, since the Team of the Year has now been announced, obviously, since the last video. I think the main things to bear in mind is that you want to be looking to pick up any investments you want. I'll be trying to do an investment video tomorrow with the weekend league sell-off, which we do see on Sunday evenings and Monday mornings, and that will coincide with a lot of hype for Team of the Year. Monday is going to be a good time to buy later on as well, with the first couple of hours of Team of the Year, because that's another time we will see a lot of panic. A lot of people asking me whether it's worth selling your teams or not. I think if you have really high-end players, let's say someone like Messi or Ronaldo, it's not really worth it, because you lose out a lot on tax. They've also taken a big hit in price. They're going to recover after Team of the Year. We always see this. They recover in price after the Team of the Year promo. There's just a lot of panic beforehand, so they drop down, but they'll recover. And I think if you have any of those bigger players, it's worth just keeping hold of them, because they've taken a big hit now, but they will definitely recover. So if you have any of kind of like Messi, Ronaldo, Ramos, any of these types of players, I'd recommend just keeping hold of them, really. If you have some lower rated cards that are going to get packed a lot, so let's say like 85s, 84s, 83s, anything like that, but that have value, so someone like Kyle Walker, Van Dijk, Fabinho, Alaba, Davinson Sanchez, like all those types of players there that are lower rated, they're going to get packed so much during lightning rounds, because we have an entire week of like 100Ks, 125Ks, 50Ks, all that. So they will drop down massively in price. So if you have those cards, I'd recommend selling them as soon as possible, because people will sell them after the weekend league, so they'll drop down and more hype for Team of the Year is going to build. So try and sell them literally, like I'm recording this video on a Friday, try and sell them now, try and sell them Saturday, just get rid of them as early as possible. Icons as well, I think they will drop down during Team of the Year, but because they're so expensive, you will lose out on tax when you sell them. But if you have like some high-end cards that you want to sell to then invest, and maybe like, let's say you've got a Ronaldo and you want to sell Ronaldo, free up all those coins to then go and invest all of them into maybe like Lala or someone, you could go ahead and do that. But don't just sell big players for the sake of selling them. I'd only really sell them if you have like specific investments in mind and you want to invest all those coins and make coins back, because it's not really worth like selling Ronaldo now and then maybe buying him back during Team of the Year or something, because his price won't really be that much affected, and you lose out a lot with EA tax with very expensive players. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. I do hope you guys did enjoy. Covered a lot. Hopefully it has helped you guys out. If there's any questions in particular you want me to address in the next video, let me know down below in the comment section. And yeah, I find it weird that not many people are doing Team of the Year videos recently. I saw Foot Mentor did a really good one a couple of days ago, and then Run the Foot Market did one recently as well, but it didn't really cover that much. But anyway, he also said that no one else had done a Team of the Year video, so I was like, okay, I'm over here doing my Team of the Year videos. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Take care.